Welcome back, YouTube. This is Maniacal Vapes. Today we'll be having a look at the Dripbox from Kangertech. I obviously have the red edition. This is Kangertech's latest offering, which is basically, well, not basically, it is a squonker. If you're not familiar with squonkers, they are devices where the juice comes from the bottom, and it's a bit more cleaner and user-friendly. It's kind of interesting that this box is the first introduction a lot of people have had to squonkers. They've been in the industry for quite some time. The problem with them is they were very expensive. Most of them, you know, upwards of $150 for a quality squonker. This is an affordable offering, and they really kind of hit it out of the park with this one. So that's what the outside of the box looks like. We'll go over a little bit of what's in it. Card, instructions. These little black things, these are stickers, and they're designed to go over the battery so that the K cutout isn't showing your battery color through. You can do this color, and you can use whatever sticker you want. They were just kind enough to put this in. Then we have some Japanese cotton, the obligatory blue screwdriver, and some coils and a few screws. You get an extra squonk bottle and USB cable, which I'm assuming that they're going to match all the different colors I've seen. I'm assuming the cords are going to match the actual box. And then this has replaceable heads. Okay, these are going, at least at the store I work at, they're going to be going for about the same price as a regular coil that you would get for anything else would cost. So that's pretty cool. And you can't really see it too well in here, but just know that it does come with an extra one, and you can buy them at your local store or online, whatever you want to do. So we're going to take all that out of here. We're going to leave this out because we're going to be talking about that later. So here's the star. This is their Dripbox offering, and they've got different names and crap for different pieces of it, and I think we can pretty much cut through all the BS and go, yeah, this is an RDA, this is a box. It says somewhere on here Drip Mod, I think, if I can get it to kind of show up somewhere in here. There you go. Really faint, but it's there. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive up, and I'll show you how to take it apart, everything about that you need to know about this. Okay, so the first thing is your battery compartment. This little battery. So as you can see, you got your contact up there. I've not tried to take this apart and get up in there. I don't think I'm going to at this point. But that's what the inside of the battery compartment looks like. Okay. The threading on this, it's crunchy, people. Let's not even joke. I mean, it's mass produced, you know, in China or whatnot. The threading is not super buttery smooth or whatever the hell else you want to call it. It's crunchy as all get out. But you know what it does? It fucking threads. Okay? So now we have this button down here. Okay? What this is you use the knurling out here to screw it on to your device. Okay? Then you use this center to adjust the height of this pin. Okay? And that's how you take out for battery rattle. As you can see, the pin's going in. Now, I've seen some reviews on this where people have reviewed this, and they don't like this function right here. For some reason, it just annoys the hell out of them. And they're like, you know, well, a spring would have been nicer or whatnot. No, it wouldn't have. Okay, and here's why. I've seen too many damn reviews where, and I've used too many devices where when you go to screw this on, the pressure from the spring pushing back against the threads makes it very, very difficult to screw in. Okay, this one screws in, no worries. It's relatively easy, and then you just tighten down your battery. I mean, that's brilliant. I mean, whoever came up with this is freaking brilliant. So I don't understand. You get people who complain about that spring that's in there, and oh, it's hard to get on, yada yada yada. And then they come out with something better and they bash them. I mean, these people can't win for losing for some reason. So anyway, take an up close look here at the threading on this thing. And you can see that there's some scratches and stuff on here. That's all me. When I got it, it was clean. No scratches, there's no burrs or anything in here. I mean, it's just crunchy. Okay, so that's enough of the battery stuff. Now we get on to the other part of this, the squonking area. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to show you here, the first thing that I just kind of noticed after using this for about a week is you've got this gap right there. See if I can get that thing to tighten up just a bit. Come on now. There we go. You got that gap right there. There is literally nothing you can do about that gap. Okay? And I'll show you when I take the bottle out that no, it's not just because there's a bottle in there. That is almost designed like that, and I didn't really notice it at first. I just thought it was, you know, a way to get your fingernail underneath there or whatnot, but yeah. So you've got this piece here, which is your little protector for down there. I would like to see, I mean, we've got it naturally here, people. You got these little tabs up here, okay? That would be just absolutely perfect for sticking a pin through and having pins go in there where this thing would hinge, okay? This can get lost. I mean, the magnets they're pretty powerful, okay? They're not gonna it's not going to fall off, but I mean, you have the machining right there where a natural, just a flip up, you know what I mean? So there's no chance of you losing this thing. So then on the bottom of it, you got a little bit of your usual writing, if it'll focus in. There we go. Designed and manufactured by Kanger. Apparently Kangertech has something against trash cans. They want them all dead. Most distressing. There's your magnets. Okay. Then your corresponding magnets on the bottom here. Like so. Then what you'll do with this is you just simply pull this bottle out like so. Okay, you've got this little stopper, white stopper right here, and I'm not sure the actual mechanics on how this works. I just know it does. There's no holes or anything on the top of this thing right here, and getting that to focus will probably be just a gold-plated SOB. Because it's so damn shiny. But yeah, there's like no holes or anything in it, so it's not like going through there. I don't know how this damn thing works. All I know is it works very well. Okay, then you can see all the way up in there like so. That's what it looks like at the top. Okay, so that's basically, and then you got your cutout there, your 510, which has a hole in it right there. Now that 510 is not adjustable in any shape, form, or fashion. That is a fixed pin. So if you happen to have another squonking device around, it's liable to sit up or not make connection and flood out your 510. So just be aware of that. This was designed to go with this RDA. Got your screws up top to take that off. A negative, as far as I'm concerned, is you have these two screws right here. that are opposite the color. I would have liked to have seen those painted or something of that nature, you know, the same, so it comes in a little bit flusher. You got your button, click, click, click. It's kind of it's not an overly clicky button, it's kind of squishy and kind of a muted click, but it works. And you've got your charging and pass-through port for your cell phone charger, whatnot. And I think, yep, that looks like that's all there is to see on this one. Okay, so let's put this, well, let's go on to the top. Okay, when this comes, it comes pre-built with a 0.2 coil, and it's already installed in here. So we'll take the deck first. We'll look at this. We've got your barrel, and then if you notice in there, you can see that lip right there. That is a stop for your base or for your deck, so you can't go down any further. Pretty cool idea. You got your airflow slots right there. We'll get back to the airflow here in a minute. The logo, then you have your drip or mouthpiece, double O-ringed. That does not come out. This is all one piece. Your airflow control notches, so that you can adjust your airflow to whatever you want. I usually just leave mine wide open. Alright, that's literally about all there is to that. Next, our deck. So we've got, let's see if we can get anywhere in here, if I can get any words to show up. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so we've got our sub drip, designed by Kangertech. Once again, they're railing against trash cans. Okay, and you can see your hole right there in your 510 pin that allows your juice to go up, and your juice goes up and comes up in those holes around there. Well, it looks like we got 7 holes, 3, 6, 7, 8 holes. Okay, with this, this is just genius, people. This is genius. Whoever came up with this is a genius. So this part here screws out like so. This is the part you would buy when you're going to buy a replacement coil, and it comes already wired and wicked. So all you do is just grab it and screw it back in. We'll revisit this one here in just a minute. Just washed it out, so bear with me here. Okay, so that's what your inside looks like. Okay, we got 3 O-rings right here. It's really weird. These are not the strongest O-rings in the world. I mean, this thing goes on and off just relatively easy. But the weird thing is I have not had any leaking whatsoever come out there. So good job to them, eh? Threading on this is just fine and dandy. Threading in here is just fine. But yeah, so when you press the bottle, the juice comes up through those holes right there. Now and you're going to want to remember that for later on when I show you how this is working, because it does 2 functions. It delivers your juice, and then it takes the excess away. And the fact that it's around the edges like that, once again, brilliant. And you're going to hear me say that an awful lot about this device, because it is freaking brilliant. So what I have on here is I have 22 gauge nichrome, sorry. 22 gauge nichrome around a 4mm bit. It's coming in at 0.08. So this thing will fire down to 0.08. And it's just a little ugly little 3-wrap, no big deal. But what this does do is show you can put whatever build you want on here. You don't have to do the build that Kanger provides. You can put your own on here. That being said, I don't think you're going to get much bigger than 22 in there. That's pretty much the limit, and that was kind of wiggling and scooching it and all that other good stuff. These little screws, those are tiny little sumbitches, okay? So you're going to need a special Phillips head screwdriver to get to those. The regular one that you can use with other RDAs are just way too big for this thing. Okay, we've got our base here. The threading on this, no worries. Got your little O-ring right underneath there to keep this thing sealed from leaking. I mean, the beautiful thing about this is if you happen to break this, let's say you snap one of these posts off, you know what I mean, when you're building it, or you're wanting to put something bigger, so you're wanting to drill the holes out and you mess up the post, well, just go buy another one of these damn things for fucking $5, okay? And boom, you're ready to go. So, and then all you'll do is just screw this into the base like so. Nice and snug, and there you go, base completed. So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and put this bottle back in. It's got my juice in it. I hope it has juice in it. Yep. Alright, put this thing back on. We'll put our battery in. Take out our battery rattle. Like so. Alright, so that's done up. So now I'm going to go ahead and wick this. I've already cut some pieces of wick just to show you kind of what this thing does in action. I've already pre-cut it and everything. I don't use a whole lot of wick on this. I've found for my own personal usage, the less I use, it's kind of, I treat it like kind of like an RTA, where I just want, I don't want a bunch of cotton sitting there at the bottom. I kind of want those ends to be dipping down into it just barely. Oh, that was slick. Alright, there we go. Then I like to leave a lot of room underneath here for air. Alright, there we go. All wicked up. So, now when you first put your cotton on, yeah, you're going to need to drip some from the top. But let's see if we can't get this to focus in where I want it to focus in. There we go. So you see that hole right there that's exposed right there. If I press on this, there's juice. And now the juice is gone. See if I can't get that to come in just a little better. There we go. So pressing on the squonker shoots the juice in there. Now you see there's quite a bit of juice in there, right? I let off and it sucks the juice back out of there. So you're not having juice resting in the bottom of this thing, and you can just hold it upside down, no worries, right? So in this particular instance, when I'm doing my first cottoning of this re-wicking, I will just put some juice on the top of it, like so. And then we'll go ahead and do some squonking on it. And what I found is you just hold it down until your bottom well is filled up, and just let it sit there for a minute, and let it work its way up through the cotton. And you can see the cotton start to get saturated, if it'll focus. Try to get that to show up a little bit better here. Okay. And yeah, you can see it's kind of the cotton up top is all nice and juiced up. Whoop, I was going over the edge, so just let go and it sucks it back. And voila, we have vapors. Let me put this cap on here, and when this cap is on, you can really squeeze this thing and just let loose. I've had it fill up all the way to the top here, to the Cyclops eye, and I mean, it won't leak out of there. It's the damnedest thing I ever did see. So take a vape of this. Yeah. Okay, so that's the what it looks like kind of portion of our program, and a little bit on how to wicking it. Like so. All right, so let's have a chit chat about it for a while. Overall thoughts on this bad boy. I wished that the spare thingy came with a cap, so you can fill it up. This holds 7 mils of juice, which is phenomenal. I actually love that. This is what I use when I'm driving or whatnot, because I mean, you can see here, this is upside down. Okay, see, you're looking at the bottom. Yeah, so that's upside down. Nothing's coming out of there. It's freaking awesome. It's more leak proof than a freaking tank. It's weird. Okay, so our cons, or things that I wished I liked to see. I like to see a cap for this. I like to see a pin right here to allow this door to swivel. Let's see here. I like to see these screw holes painted. Let's see here. You know, that's about it. Well, I wish they didn't have a thing against trash cans. I don't know why they hate trash cans so much in China, but I mean, to each their own, I guess. Each culture is a little bit different. This is by far the best product I've ever used from Kanger. I'm not a Kanger person. The last time I used a Kanger product was the the Aero Tank 2, I believe it was, way back in the day. And I didn't like that sumbitch. This product is fantastic. Everybody that I've ever showed this to loves it. They like the idea behind it. They really like the fact that I can turn it upside down and drip it, you know what I mean? And there's nothing coming out of it. That's a pretty big selling point to me. Take another rip here. Here we go. All in all, I would have to give this just a 9 out of 10. It is, other than those few little, and the main one being this. If that just had a little pin on there to swivel this thing out, this would be a 10 out of 10. I cannot find any major fault with it. It vapes well. How does it vape? Well, it's a little weird. This airflow here, it's not restrictive. It's not, you know, super duper open. It just feels weird. That's kind of the only way I can describe it. It feels weird. I'd like to see maybe some variations, maybe some different caps where they have different kind of airflow configurations on here. I think that would be really, really cool. But I mean, it vapes well. It makes vapors. It's a very satisfying vape. There's been several days where it is literally the only thing I have used and it has satisfied and it's kept up with me. So I think that's really all I can really say about it. It is an excellent product. If you are even thinking about getting one, you'll absolutely adore it. If you've never seen this thing before, go freaking buy one. Everywhere I've seen it, it's under $50. So for what this is, oh well, hell, I almost dropped a major ball here. This lights up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will turn off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will turn on. This is an unregulated device. This is basically a mech mod. Okay, there's no chip in here. There's no variable diddly squat. Whatever you build your coil to is what this will deliver. Okay, there is some protection in here when the battery gets below or gets to 3.6. It'll flash at you and tell you put a new battery in me. If you won't let you build down too low, I've not gone down below 0.08 for this particular thing. I will leave that to the users out there to discover, but 0.08 works just fine on this. I've done about 5 different builds on here trying to find what I like, and the 0.08 is the winner so far. So yeah, there's a certain measure of stuff on the buttons here, but it is, for all intents and purposes, a mechanical mod. It is just the same as a tube mod, just with the squonker. So once again, another kick-ass idea. I mean, Kangertech, what the hell, man? When did y'all get your heads out of your butts? This is amazing. This is an amazing product. I highly recommend it to anybody who's interested in something like this. And that's all I got. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.